Hi guys, welcome back to the Premier Hotspur TV. It's your man Simon, North of England's biggest Spurs fan. Yes, guys, we are back again with another match reaction show, fans calling show. Yes, we did say it's going to be a tough game, but I thought we were going to win it. Matt called a draw, but we'll be back, guys, just after this intro. Yes, guys, welcome back to the Premier Hotspur TV. We are back again, guys, with another match reaction show and a fans call-in show, guys. We are with Matt again, the co-host tonight. And before we introduce Matt, bring Matt in, the link is chat. If you want to come in, it is a fans calling show, and come and have yourself a couple of minutes and have a word with me and Matt about the game. You're more than welcome to, guys. And let's introduce him. Matt, how are we?
Well, yeah, no, I'm all right, mate. That was a nerve-wracking watch, wasn't it? It was nail-biting stuff. It was, but I'm just super proud of the boys tonight. I predicted a draw. It's what we got, and I think we're unlucky not to take all three, to be honest. I'm sure we'll get into it, but I don't want any sort of negative energy tonight. I want positive energy. We've guaranteed at least fifth. I mean, that's still not, it's better than Conference League compared to last year. We had Nuno for 3 months of the season. You've got to go and back this manager in the summer window, Daniel Levy and the board. No doubt about it. We're the only team in the Premier League this season to have not been beaten by Liverpool or Manchester City. And they are the two best teams in the world at this moment in time. So I think there's positives to take. Yeah, we'll get into it, but no, I'm pleased, mate. I'm happy tonight, and it was a gutsy, proper. That wasn't a Spursy performance. That took bottle, I'll tell you.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right, mate. The 12th man was there tonight. That roar from minute 1 to minute 90. That must be that must be awkward to play in. That atmosphere. They're just the best fans in the world. Liverpool, and that roar in that ground, it must be so hard to play. There must be on so much pressure, and they've just absolutely nailed the performance tonight. Yes, we can say we did rode our luck. We weathered that storm in that first half. We couldn't get out properly. We couldn't get the ball on the deck. But I think it was resilience. I think it was great defending. I think togetherness. I just think it was a proper great performance. And the second half, it was just we come out and we hit him, Matt. We hit him with that break, and we knew they had to come. So Matt, we got. Let's welcome before we welcome the people in the chat. If you are new to chat, subscribe to the channel, guys. We are on the road to 1K subs, guys. Smash the like, comment away, guys. And come and have your say. The link is in there, guys. If you want to come have your say, come have your say with me and Matt for a couple of minutes. And yes, that would be great. And we are on all socials, guys. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, guys. So go and check Premier Hotspur TV out. Matt, have we got any comments in the? We've got anyone left in the comments, mate?
Yeah, I'll just get into them now. Guys, come on tonight. Let's have that was a good Tottenham performance. I want to hear positivity. I want a few people to come on and just give me their thoughts, because the boys put it all out there today, and we're fighting till the end for this top four. At least we're going down fighting if we're going to go out. I think they've done really well.
Yeah.
Carl Simpson, he says, "Evening, gents. I hope you are well." I'm good, mate. How are you, Carl? Hope you're well. He says, "Great point tonight, and would have bit your hand off for it at the start. Could have nicked it, but guaranteed a top 5 finish. So a solid season."
Anyone else, Matt?
Thanks for the comment, Carl. I agree with that. It's a good. It is solid. Johns, he said, "Yo, great result." We've got Kelvin who says, "Well done." We've got G Shan. He says, "Evening, gents. What a match! And what the hell with Emerson Royale performance? Shocked." We'll get into that because that was shocking. But fair play to the lad because he's took some massive stick this season, and that's a big shift at a big ground. Lily White Lane, proud as anything. Be on in a little while if that's all right, lads.
Yeah,
anytime, mate. No problem.
I said, guys, I don't know what Matt's here. I don't want to be here too long. All right, then, guys. I mean, maximum an hour, something like that, guys. I mean, I've got to be up early again tomorrow, but I don't mind going a bit extra if there is people who really want to come on and have their say. Should we get? Oh, we've got two in the background.
Good choice, mate.
Let's bring him in. We got Jake, Liverpool fan, and let's bring him in as well. Cole, if Cole's there, can you hear us, Cole? I think Cole's there in a minute, guys. We will bring as soon as Cole's there. As soon as I can see Cole. Yeah. Jake, evening. Thanks for coming on, mate. A great sportsman to come on and speak about it, mate. Seriously, tonight, I was hearing at work from other Liverpool fans, mate. It was gonna be 4, 5, 6. I mean, tonight I think it was. I thought we was going to win. I really did. From before the game started, I thought, do you know what? I think it's going to be like a Manchester City. We're going to hit them on the break. They play out. They play into our hands. And I thought we was going to do it in the second half, Jake. I really did. I really did, mate. But let's bring in Cole as well. Cole's there. Let's bring on Cole as well. Cole. Evening, Cole.
Evening, Cole. You're right.
Evening. Jake, let's come to you first. You peppered us in that first half, mate. That pressure that Tottenham back line took for 45 minutes, especially with your 12th man with the crowd behind you, mate. It must be so frightening for the players to come out, even walking out in that ground, you know what I mean? And even playing that first 45, you just literally peppered us. And I think you got to give us some credit, mate, the way we defended and the way we kept you out.
You should have won the game. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Liverpool were poor. For all the pressure we had, how many clear-cut chances did we have? Van Dijk off the bar. The goal, which was a deflection. What else? I can't think of much else that we had. Everything else that we had come from Spurs' mistakes at the back in the first half. But it was a poor performance. Ultimately, we've lost the title today because of it. You lot should be probably more disappointed than I am that you haven't won the game because we could have lost the game. But I guess a point for you is not bad, but for us, it's an absolute killer.
Yeah, I'll take that one first before we get into Cole and before we get to Matt. And that's the question: is it a point gained or is it 3 points lost for us? If it's before the game and you said to Spurs fans, do you know what? Would you take a point? And we'll probably say, do you know what? We'll be happy with a point. We'll come, just give it this now and that's it. We'll roll on to Arsenal. But I can see where you're coming through, Jake. That second half, mate, we got the goal. I think we scored a bit too early. I think if that was we scored in the 65th, 70th minute, I think we'll win them.
Flat. The crowd went completely flat when you scored.
Yeah,
it took a score for the crowds to get going because I think the goal completely killed the atmosphere. I'm
just a bit gutted that we didn't just see it out. And but it was a long game with 30 minutes left when we got the goal. You know what I mean? So, Cole, thanks for coming in, mate. Thanks for giving up your time, mate. As we speak to Jake, there was that 1 point gained or was that 3 points lost for you, mate?
I think we should have won it. I have to admit, when it got to Højbjerg at the end there, I was like, oh, here it comes. But you know what? Like you said, if you told me we go to Anfield and take a point, I probably would have bit your hand off for it before the start of the match.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, as we said there, you predict the draw and you're correct. Is that in Matt the way you saw the game tonight? Was that 1 point gained, or was that three? Or was that definitely three points lost? We could have won it at the end there.
I think where I suppose our team's at, and you compare us, to where Liverpool and City at, I think I would have, like I said, I would have bit your hand off for a draw. I think, I was pretty nervous, going into the game, and, that first, 20, 25 minutes, they were all over us, let's be honest. It was rocking, and I was like, oh, God, we're going to get rolled over. A goal's coming soon. And, we dug in. I think fair play to Liverpool, they didn't stop. They kept going. I think we defended brilliantly. It's just one of those things. I thought our goal was brilliant. Great team goal, the movement. Sessegnon, I thought, if he can stay, injury-free, he looks like our left wing-back to me. The way he gets forward, I thought he did okay on Salah again. Because he played against Salah, obviously, when we played him at our home ground. And I thought Sessegnon had him there. And he did all right, to be fair, Sessegnon today at Anfield. And then he got a yellow card. And I just think, took him off. And I was a bit worried, Davinson Sanchez coming on. But he put a shift in. Same as Harry Winks. His first touch was a bit dodgy, wasn't it? And I thought, oh, bloody hell, he's giving it away in the middle of the park. And then he put a foot in and got it. And I was like, thank you. And he put in the ball right at the end, which, should have been headed in. But it was just a good team performance. I think Conte has drilled them that whole week. I think Liverpool, I think they got tired. I think they did get tired after their, Champions League game. It's never over until it's over, obviously. But City have got it, I suppose, in their hands now. But yeah, I'm really happy with the point, mate. I'm just happy with our team performance and the way, we didn't just roll over. I think the Spurs team of Nuno would have, or even before that under maybe Jose, would have rolled over. So it was a gutsy performance, and it wasn't Spursy, and I think we need a bit of credit for that. But listen, Liverpool are still in two more finals, so head up, Jake, mate. I'm sure it'll be all right. But yeah, go and win the Champions League. Sorry,
I hope so.
Jake, we'll come to you first. Coles, we just lost Cole there. Jake, we'll come to you first, matey. On tonight, Trent and Robertson, they weren't the same, and I don't know, it was a bit tiresome because of the Champions League, or could you just give credit to Tottenham's two wing backs for keeping them quiet tonight?
Trent, shocking. He got to a point where he was just spamming crosses in, and it's infuriating. But I think that's why Robertson got stuck off. He was shocking. I think Klopp got the subs wrong today. I don't know why he didn't put Origi on with 10 minutes to go, because we were putting crosses in anyway. And I don't get why he brought Cater on. It didn't really change anything. Whereas, 10 minutes to go, you've got Origi on the bench. You've got to put him on. At least if you're putting crosses in, get Origi on the pitch. But I just think Salah was horrific. So was Mane. We never looked like scoring. If I'm honest, we never looked like scoring until the deflected goal, which is why I said Spurs fans should probably be disappointed they didn't win the game, because we never looked like all the pressure and dominance we had. I haven't looked how many shots on target we had, but was Lloris troubled that much? I don't think he was.
I think it was once or twice. I think it was one save, but he should have saved it, to be fair, and he just palmed it out to the side. But
it was just crossing, and Trent was probably our worst player today. If I'm honest, he was shocking.
But Cole, sorry, before we get to Cole, but Jake, obviously it's disappointing not to win that game tonight. With City playing tomorrow, they can go 4 points clear. Is that the league over now? If City win tomorrow, is that it?
100%.
100%.
We're relying on City to lose and draw in the last 4 games. It's not going to happen. We have to win the Champions League. If we don't win the Champions League in the FA Cup, it's pretty much all the hard work's gone. Pretty much, if being honest. But
it can, Jay. I can see where you're coming from because it can be over just a click of the finger in it. Like a performance like that, you can just like take that into another game, and then 2 finals could be over. Yeah. Cole, we'll bring you back in, mate. We'll flip it over. We'll ask you how Trent and Robertson were very quiet today. Was that down to our two wing backs keeping them very quiet? We defended resilient and like for 90 minutes. And do you think now is top 4 still there? It's cold.
I think you set up to be very calm in the first half. Broke forward. Obviously doubled up. Sure, there was no issue with them.
Cole, I think you want to go back out and come back in, mate. You're just breaking up a lot there, mate.
In regards.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame because Cole does seriously. He's brilliant in the chat. He does come up with some right. It'll be good. Hopefully, he can come back in and give his insight on the game. But Jake, you seen us now? We as two draws. We got out of you this season. We've beaten Man City twice. The only team in the Premier League that's got points unbeaten against the 2 top. Probably as what Matt said, the 2 probably the best teams in the world at the minute. I mean, and that's good going. You know what I mean? And that's majority under Conte. That is 1 under Nuno. Where do you see this top 4 race? We talked about you think you're out that title race. You think City's got it. Where do you think this top 4 race tomorrow? Even if Arsenal win 4 points, if they win tomorrow, where's it going?
So is it 1 point now? They've got
it's 1 point. Yeah, they've beat Leeds tomorrow before, and we play them on Thursday at home.
So what you're probably saying? You have to. I think you have to beat Arsenal either way. I can't see you not beating Arsenal and getting top 4. So.
Well, yeah, we have to beat them definitely.
If they win tomorrow and then you beat them, are you 1 point behind or 1 ahead?
That's it.
Yeah, we beat them 1 point behind them, and then they've got Newcastle away, but we play first. We play Burnley at home.
Yeah, but you've got Burnley and Norwich in you, so they're pretty much.
Well, mate, that's what I said last night. If you can't beat them 2, you don't deserve top 4. Because
absolutely, Matt. Before we get back to Jake, there, any more comments there, matey?
Yeah, there's a few, mate. Lee Goodchild said, "Unlucky boys." He says, "Makes it interesting."
Very interesting, Lee. Thanks for coming in, pal. It is very interesting now. This top 4 race. Yes. Big up, Bobby K.
But Bobby K says, "Big up, lads, and everyone in the chat. Come on, you Spurs." He says it's Carl Simpson. He's happy to see him. Carl says, "I will stay out. It's playing up. Obviously, too ugly for YouTube."
No.
Top 4 is still on, as Leeds will not be easy for Arsenal tomorrow.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, the results kind of well, not Leeds' favour, but they kind of need to get a result against.
They need a result.
Yeah.
I need Everton to go down, so they need 3 points tomorrow. So I need Leeds to win tomorrow.
The thing is, Everton have got 2 games in hand over Leeds at the minute, and that, as you said, that Leeds have to win that tomorrow, or at least get a point. If they get a point tomorrow, Jesus Christ, I'll love them to death. Trust me, I'll love them to death. Because
if Arsenal drop points tomorrow, you'll get top 4. Because I think you'll beat them on. Is it Wednesday or Thursday? You're playing them.
Thursday night, yeah.
I think you'll beat them. So and then you've got Burnley and Norwich. So. If you can be ahead of them by the Northland after that game,
the thing is, Cole, Jake. Sorry, the thing is, Jake, mate. If we beat Arsenal we play first. We play Burnley first at 12 o'clock on Sunday. So then Arsenal, then the pressure will be on Arsenal because we will go ahead of them, and they go Newcastle away.
They're away to Newcastle, aren't they? That's their Newcastle last home game of the season. So no team's going to want to lose their last home game of the season, are they? Because you have that little parade after if you want it. But yeah, I mean, Jay, who impressed you tonight? I mean, I suppose as a man of the match overall, like BT Sport gave it to Ben Davies, but to be fair, I kind of think Emerson Royale didn't play too bad. I think he's a lot of stick actually from you've probably heard from a lot of Spurs fans, but I think he put in a shift today, and I'd be inclined to maybe give it to him. I thought he did really well against Robertson actually.
It's certainly not a Liverpool player, so it's 100% a Spurs player. I didn't think Kane was that involved, but then I was absolutely mental because he is at the edge of our box and no one is putting any pressure on him, and he plays in set. I was going mad.
Mad. I bet you were.
I was like, he got the freedom at Anfield in the penalty box, and he's. That's what cost us, because I think the goal, I'll have to probably watch it back, but I think Fabinho was at fault for the goal because he's right in front of the back four, and where's Fabinho? And
I thought he was a menace tonight in midfield. He was a menace to see. I think he was trying to take Harry Kane out all the time, but he's a top player. I do like Fabinho. I think he was really good tonight. But to me, I got to go with Matt now. I think Emerson. I think he shot me tonight, and I was literally, when I saw him on his name on the sheet, I went, "Oh my god, here we go again." I mean, but you was right about Kane, mate. Kane, we've been saying on this channel, Jake, that he hasn't turned up, mate. He hasn't turned up for at least 3, 4, maybe 5 games, Matt, in it. Son's been the number. Son's been number one. Yeah,
but I think those big players do come out. Like Salah, like Jake said, hasn't been great, but Kane was still involved, I suppose, in the goal. So, and I think Fabinho was told by Klopp to go and almost shield Kane to stop him dropping deep, and so I think that has been worked out. But not every team can obviously do that. I don't think Arsenal have the midfield to do it personally. I think Kane versus Xhaka, I think there's only one winner, to be honest. Whereas Fabinho is a different level of player. You got to remember, Liverpool, I mean, I'll say it, they're in a different league at the moment, and City compared to where we are, Simon. But, we dug in and, we did well. But no, I just thought Emerson was really good. And the one who maybe impressed me, maybe there's none for Liverpool, as Jay says, but the one who impressed me, I think, is that Thiago. He's a hell of a player.
Yeah, Thiago,
in midfield. I thought he was probably... my pick of one of the better Liverpool players, because he always looked for. I mean, that pass he played in behind when I didn't even, knew enough, got it spot on. I think he was a bit of a shining line. I think he's had a really good season because he had a bit of a tough time when he first came in, didn't he? I think he was injured and COVID. There was a few Liverpool fans sort of saying, "Oh, he seems like a bit of a waste of a transfer," but I think he's come into his sort of own and got used to the league now. But yeah, it's a bit weird with Salah, isn't it? He's gone a bit. What's going on there? Is it the contract? Is it?
He's not been, honestly, if I'm honest, he's not been great since he come back from AFCON. I can take players not scoring and stuff, but when you're not playing well, I guess it's down to the manager really. But we don't really have like a predominantly right-sided winger. Where left side we can. And in the centre, we can change it. But I guess
Mane play on the right though.
He did probably about 4 years ago, but then when Salah came, he moved to the left, and he's not really played on the right since.
But that's what I'm saying. We kept Mane and Salah quiet today. Do you know what?
Mane was really poor. I have to say
he was poor tonight. I was about to say you can say about Salah. I think Mane was very poor tonight. But you know what, Jake? Don't take away from our defending. I think we kept them quiet.
No, I'm not.
I think we really did. I think but the thing is, Jake, they surprised me tonight with the way they stuck in. They defended well. They didn't dive in as much. They stood up. they stood up to the task, and I was very impressed.
I have to admit, heart in the mouth when Emerson put his foot in that last minute.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
I was he's done an Aurier. Oh God.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he won the ball. So yeah.
I said, yeah. So, guys, if you're in the chat, guys, if you want to come on and have your say, like what Jake is in a minute, the link is in there, guys. Come on and have your say about this game. And there is a couple of Liverpool fans I want to shout out to at work. Is Paul and Steve to give me stick today. I was confident I was going to win, but we come away with a point, guys. So I'll see you tomorrow. Interesting. So. Where do you go from here now, Jake? It's not all doom and gloom for you, Lou. Oh, do you know what? I would love to be in your shoes at the minute.
Yeah.
Champions League final, an FA Cup final. You already won the league. You already won the League Cup. Still in this league, because I think it's Newcastle they played tomorrow, isn't it? And seriously,
it's at City though.
Yeah,
I think if it was at Newcastle, I'd maybe give Newcastle a bit more of a chance. But I just think at City, I think they're going to be super pissed off after what happened the other night. And now they've almost had a bit of a not present, but obviously like a bit of hope, and they'll go right. We've got to take this tomorrow.
So what do you say now, Jake? Would you just say, do you know what? After tomorrow, if they do win it in their 4 points, if you was Klopp, you say, do you know what? Let's concentrate on the 2 finals.
Do you know the worst bit about it is we've got Aston Villa away on Tuesday, and one of my mates, he's a Villa season ticket holder, and for about 3 weeks before this game, I was peppering him with messages and offers to try and get his ticket for this game, and he gave it to me. About what time is it now? About 12 o'clock this afternoon. He messaged, "Oh yeah, I'll do it." And then 5 hours later, it looks like the game's going to be a bit of irrelevant. So I'm going to the game on Tuesday night. But you think I'm looking at the table now. Even if City lost, the goal difference is there's 1 goal in it now. So, and you think, would the league come down to goal difference? I'm not sure, but it's deflating. I'm really deflated because since January we have won every single game apart from a 2-2 at the Etihad and today, and it's probably cost
your last 12. Your last 12 games at Anfield is 12 wins, isn't it?
And we're not going to win the league.
and we come and stink the place out tonight.
Typical Spurs.
Yeah, it's typical Spurs, and this what me and Matt we're really hard. Like we get angry about it because we can go to Anfield and we put in a performance like that, and then we go to like a Brentford or against a Brighton or Burnley, and
if we put that effort in we put in tonight, we would beat those teams easy. For me, anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But at least we can all laugh at United, right?
Oh yeah.
That must have cheered you up a little bit. I mean, come on.
They are proper in the mud. They are
shocking, man. I can't believe we've lost to them twice.
Jesus Christ, seriously, and that's what I'm saying, Matt. That's 2 teams we've lost to twice, and
I don't even mind losing to Brighton. I think United pisses me off more because they are woeful, mate.
Absolutely. So Jake, before we let you go, matey, what's your expectations now? What would you like Klopp to do? Would you like to concentrate on this league, or would you say, do you know what, just go for these 2 finals, just try and rest some of these big guns and just go? Because, mate, if at the end of the season you win the Champions League and the FA Cup, that's still an unbelievable season.
I can't see him resting players, if I'm honest. I just don't think it's what he'll do, to be honest. We've got the FA Cup finals next Saturday, so I think it probably all depends what City do. If City go and win, then he might go, all right, this is a bit of a stretch. But then I guess if City, I don't know, draw whatever, then it's it's back in where it was before. But I just think he'll just play a strongest 11 every week, or every game. I can't see him changing from it. We've got, what is it, 3 games left in the league, 5 games in total with the cup finals. I just don't see him resting, if I'm honest. I think he'll just go again if you want. Normally, a point against Spurs is not a bad result, but it's just the context of the season. It's a real blow for us, if I'm honest.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. And do you know what, Jake? Both these teams can sit in now and say, do you know what? If City wins tomorrow, they're 4 points clear. If Arsenal win tomorrow, they're 4 points clear of the top 4 and the title race. So by tomorrow evening, we can both be sitting there going, "Oh, Jesus Christ, it wasn't a good point."
Let's hope we're both laughing, maybe, or I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely, Jake, absolutely.
Hopefully.
But Jake, thanks for coming on, matey.
Top
Absolutely, top sport. You always come on, but mate, chin up. You can win 2 more finals. Mate. That's like, look, listen. You could be in our shoes. We ain't won a cup since 2008, and that was a League Cup. You know what I mean? So come on, it's got to be better than our fortune.
You're going to Paris, mate. Have some goals.
Yeah.
We have to win it though. We have to win. Watch Real Madrid the other night. What that was unbelievable.
That was insane.
You can never write Real Madrid off. They've won like 13 Champions Leagues and they got European heritage. So hopefully.
But that's what I'm saying, Jake. I said before you go away. That's what I said against Villarreal in that first half. They literally got a 2-0 lead, right? And you were very poor in that first half. You come out the second half and they let you play. Okay, you couldn't play nowhere as bad as that first half. You had to come out that way. And Diaz did change the game, but they let you play. If they just played football for like they did in the first half for the next 20 minutes, I think they would have probably saw that game out. I really did, but
mate, worried half time. I was like shitting it, if I'm honest, because I just thought it had 3-0 Villarreal written all over it. It was like Sunday League. We couldn't pass between 5 yards, but then we sorted it out, and then City got knocked out. Which is, I guess, if we do, I hope we don't. But if we lose the final, it's like if we lost to City, it would have been like summer ruined. Like it would have been 100 times worse. But yeah, I think we at Wembley next weekend. If we can get the FA Cup as well, and then go into the Champions League looking for a treble, then I think, I wanted the league, but you can't say if you win 3 trophies out of 4, then it's not a bad season, is it? So it'd be a good season.
It's a fantastic season for you. So Jake, thanks for coming on, pal. Much appreciated.
Oh, man, Jake,
and we'll see you in the chat because you're always a big supporter of my channel, mate. Thank you very much for that, pal.
All right, see you later.
So that, Jake,
nice one, Jake. Cheers, pal. Matty, we got anyone in the chat, mate? Any more comments?
Bobby, I was on Ben's audio talk midweek and only done actual face once, so wanted to do it again and start getting into it. I think he's replied.
Cole. Yeah, Cole, seriously, mate, if you're still in the chat, mate, seriously, mate, just keep doing it, mate. You'll get more confidence. I was like that. Seriously, I wasn't really like it, but seriously, and Matt will probably say the same.
No, it's true. It's a bit weird at first, but you kind of get used to it quite quickly. Louis says, got to be proud of the performance today. Could have snatched it. 1 point game considering people ruled us out.
Absolutely, 100%, Louis. I mean, everyone ruled us out again, and there was me and Matt was trying to get us a bit of hope last night on the preview. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I was immense proud tonight of them.
Carl also said, "Good man. We'll try again in a bit. Just trying to sort it out."
Yeah, not a problem, Carl.
Bobby said, "Thumbs up to that."
Yeah, Bobby.
We've got Dean Webb in the chat. He says, "Each to a man. Well played. If we play like this Thursday, we win. Still think 4th is ours. Coys.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm I'm adamant this is still us. I mean, because I'll tell you now, if Leeds, seriously, I will kiss. You give me a Leeds badge, and I'll kiss that tomorrow if they get a point tomorrow.
They get a point,
Even if they beat them. Oh my God, mate, Jesus Christ, wowzer! I mean, if that happens and we beat them, I think that's game over. I think we will get top 4.
Dean Webb, he says Dyer must get a call from Southgate.
I think he's been fantastic, Dean. I think
He
really
has been good. Yeah.
he has been. I mean, tonight again, him and Romero. I mean, the 2 big lumps at the back. I mean, and
even aerially, like I thought we defended corners really well tonight.
Very well tonight,
bar,
very well. Every time there was
Dyer literally barks at everyone if they don't do their job. Love him. Brilliant.
Absolutely. Anyone else, Matt?
Yeah, Carl says exactly, Dean. How is Maguire still ahead of Dyer?
Absolutely. 100% agree with that. And they got tronched today 4-0. They got tronched 4-0 today. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyone else, Matty?
Ivan just says hello. He says big up. He says, can he hop on?
Yes, you can hop on anytime. Anytime, matey.
And then last comment is Carl. He says, how many Spurs fans would have thought we would have guaranteed a top 5 finish with 3 to go? We would have bitten your hands off.
Absolutely.
When we were 9th, he kind of has a point, yeah.
Matt, I think we got someone who wants to come in, Matt,
mate.
and have a little talk with us.
Get them on.
We've got Bobby K. Bobby K wants to come have a debut on Premier Hotspur TV. Here he is.
Good afternoon, fellas. Matt
Bobby,
Simon, how you
doing,
doing,
mate?
fellas? I'm well, fellas. How you doing? I can't complain. We're happy. We didn't lose. We all expected to get absolutely smoked, so I'm not going to complain. I'm, I felt a little bit unsatisfying just because we really could have got the 3 points. But like I said, I when I sit back and I cool down a bit and look at the big picture, I'm not complaining at all. I'm smiling, man. I'm smiling. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 5:40 in the afternoon, and I still got the rest of my evening that has not been ruined by Tottenham. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
How
Yes,
about you, boys?
Bobby. First of all, thanks for coming on.
I appreciate you having me, Simon. Thanks for inviting me and me finally being able to coordinate getting on with you, man. Really appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been catching up with your 2 lads as well on their streams. They're doing really well.
I appreciate that, man.
well.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really proud that they're getting to be a part of this community because it's just been a blast for me, man. Meeting all these people, all you guys every day. I'm making a new friend basically in this YouTube community, this family, basically the way it is.
Yeah.
It's just been so welcoming with open arms, man. And it's funny. I was just having a conversation with my wife the other day. She's actually got a cousin visiting from England right now, and I was telling him next time I come, you might not see me. Because I'm done visiting my real family. I need to go and meet up with my virtual family and get over to the game and everything. So I might be a little bit too preoccupied to worry about the people that I've seen several times before. I got new faces that I need to put arms around and meet properly. So I'm just pumped, Simon. Honestly, I think I could be a kid like the night before Christmas kind of thing on that plane ride to England next time I come over, man. I just can't wait to get over there and experience the atmosphere of that stadium and everything, and I'll try not to spend too much in the club shop because I don't want to give Levy too much of my money, but I'm sure I'll have to buy a few things, a few souvenirs, right. So how you guys feeling? How do you know? Sorry, I was trying to watch from the car on the way, and of course the kids are chatting in the way, so I couldn't hear too much. Where are we at? What did we already discuss, or what do you guys want to talk about, or how are we feeling right now?
Let's first, Bobs. Let's bring Cole in.
Yeah, man. Carl's back. Yes, Carl Simpson.
Gonna try
Carl
again.
Simpson.
What's up, Carl?
Hey, mate. You all right?
I'm good, man. Thanks, brother, man. You always in all the chats and everything. One of YouTube community's biggest supporters.
He is,
right
mate.
There.
He is
right
everywhere.
there, man.
Every single Spurs channel
he's got the title belt, man.
This guy is in the chat. He supports everyone. He's brilliant.
I tell you what. I tell you what. I just watched. I just watched Cucurella's goal for Brighton.
Oh, he's class, mate. What a player he is.
Give me Cucurella every day of the week.
He's class.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, 100%. He's just But I'm. You know what? After watching Sess play today, though, I'm not going to complain about him.
Yeah,
I think he did really well.
I think if he can stay fit, I think he could be just as good.
I think so, and I think he's only going to get better. When you look at the way he played in the last game and how we were all like, oh God, he was dreadful, this and that, the crossing the balls, this and that. Now the sad reality is we can't put a ball in from either side of the wing. It's absolutely horrendous. It's pretty sad that the best crosser on our team is a striker. It's maddening.
Yeah.
That's what drives me crazy watching this. Like Royal, yeah, he had a much better game. Did he have a fantastic, absolutely amazing, oh my God, man of the match performance? Some people are arguing that. I don't think so. There was times that, Van Dijk was just around him. Every time they got a corner, man, talk about, clinchy butt moment kind of thing. And, the whole body tightened up and the stress level was just fucking elevated, man. And even the kids are sitting beside me like all wide-eyed. And it's like, man, and we just kept giving them to them too. Okay, here's another corner. Here's another free kick. Here's another chance. Keep coming at us. We're not going to press you and stuff. So there's a lot of things that we could take away as negatives from the game too, but I don't want to. I'm happy. We got a draw. My little one was saying 5-1 to Liverpool. Big guy was saying 4-1. I thought we'd lose 2-0. So to get out of there with a draw and the fact that we soaked up all the pressure that they were dumping on us and we reacted to it, I'm going to take the positives from this and just be happy with what we got. Yeah, we got something, which is better than nothing, right? So
we were written off, weren't we? So by a lot of other
by everybody,
fans and
by our own fans. You're right, Matt. Our own fans wrote us off.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel going into this game? Honestly, Matt, how did you feel? Honestly, not your heart, your head, your realistic side of football.
In my head, I was sort of like, I think in my head, I was sort of like, oh God, I maybe had a feeling we might lose, but I did say on the show last night, when I thought about it more, I was like, they play such a high line. I said, I fancy us just to nick a point, and I think if we get a point, we can take, confidence going forward. I think. Look, we're the only team in the Premier League that have not lost against Liverpool and Manchester City this season. And they are probably the two best teams in world football at the moment. And we're average, let's be honest, at times, apart from our front three. There's so much more work to do. So I think we're all getting excited because if we can get what we want in the summer and get key positions and recruit properly, not just throw, 65 million on players like Ndombele and then you're back to square one.
Hey, watch your language.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot.
The fuck, man? Is this kind of channel? I'm out of here.
I forgot he was coming back.
Got to be sensible. He'll be gone. He won't play. No,
he can't come back. He can't come back. But that's the thing. I was having this conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and he was like, "Oh, you guys are terrible. Your chairman doesn't spend money." And I said, "I beg to differ. We've spent money. It's not our chairman that's so dreadful when it comes to the players. It's the scouting department. When we look at the fact that once we lost Paul Mitchell and we brought Hitchin back in, you look at that transgression, that transfer basically there, and what happened with the players, what we brought in after that. And it was like we were buying media-prompted players that in the media were being touted as fantastic, this, that, the other. Well, we all read about a new Messi coming out of some academy somewhere every day in the world. So are these players 10, 15 years from now going to be as great as Messi? Probably not. But we went after this hype behind Ndombele when afterwards we find out that the club president of Lyon was flat out saying he's a lazy piece of shit. He doesn't train. He doesn't do this and that. Yeah, he's got class. He's got, and that's what for me, that's what drove me crazy about the guy is that you've got oodles and oodles and oodles and just massive loads of talent. And you're just so fucking lazy. You're just so lazy. Like I don't have any sympathy for that. You have the ability and the sheer talent to be pure world class, and you choose to just throw it away, man. Well, that's on you. And that bothers me. And we got to get rid of players like that. We need players with some heart and want to fight for this club and want to win.
Yeah, and one of them. I'm sitting on the fence a bit, which is Harry Kane, probably at the minute. And everyone's always goes on about Harry Kane. The pundits on TV, he's the most important player at Tottenham at the minute. Son doesn't get
not right now.
He doesn't get the credit what Harry Kane gets. I mean, this guy, he needs to start getting the main credit at Tottenham because this guy is he's the main focal point in the minute. I mean,
right now, 100%.
if it's not for Son at the minute, Spurs are not firing, and that's the problem. We're not firing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, what do you think, Bobby? Harry Kane, what's wrong with him at the minute? Does he?
I don't think there's anything wrong. What I honestly think it is, Simon, is that the man he's burned out, for lack of better words. He's just been relied on so heavily by us as a fan base, from the club, the pressure from the club, the pressure on him when he puts on the England jersey as well. And he's just consistently expected to perform. And credit where credit is due. You don't hear him bitch about that. He shuts up and comes out and still tries to get the job done. But the problem is when we don't see Harry Kane score a goal or even have that wondrous moment in a game, we automatically think he's off. He's not doing that great. But at the end of the day, if you look where Harry Kane was most of the game, he was in his own half for, I would say, at least 60 to 70% of this game. He was behind the halfway line. We had 10 men back for most of the game. You know, it was a Mourinho-esque performance. But at the end of the day, if that was going to get us the result that we needed, or not needed, we wanted 3 points. But if it saved us from getting battered and having that, you know, that goal differential, I respect Conte for watching that. He didn't want to go in here and risk us losing 4 or 5-0 because we know Liverpool has the ability to do that. Guys, come on. Every time they touch the ball, all of us were...
Yeah.
You know,
here we go again.
it just seems like any time, like we kept giving them the ball, we kept poor passing out of the back. It scares the crap out of me when we play out of the back, and we're doing it with this team that kept pressing us, and they were pressing us very, very high as well, and we just kept taking these risks for some reason, and we got lucky with them. We got very, very lucky. When you really consider what happened in this game, their goal came off a very lucky deflection.
Yeah.
You know, other than the Van Dijk header off the crossbar, there was no really other clear-cut opportunity that we saw that could have potentially been a goal, or that should have gone in maybe. So that's where I say, okay, if we set this game up to not lose, then we accomplished that. And I personally am happy with that, just because this, like, okay, we're all praying and hoping and predicting a win for the North London Derby now coming up on Thursday, and that will, you know, even if we win it, even on points or whatever the case is at that point, then depending on what happens with Leeds, and hopefully they don't get a massive goal plus tomorrow, we then are even on points. And that us, you know, having, if we're negative, we lose that -4 from the goal differential, all of a sudden we might be behind them, and that could be the difference right there. And that's why I'm really gonna sit here and be happy and proud of the fact that we were able to hold on and get that 1-1 draw and get that necessary point and make sure that we didn't concede too many goals to affect our goal differential. And that I think it's going to play into our hands a little bit there. Again, though, we got to just take a step back and say, hey, you know, we look back at the beginning of the Conte era and we were like, holy shit, we're in 9th. And we're sitting here saying, okay, we'll be happy to finish in 7th or 6th, even 5th or 6th for a Europa League spot. We were salivating, you know. So now we're at the banging on the door, the gate there to get into the top 4. And it's quite the possibility. So, of course, we're amped up, but we got to just keep our heads on kind of thing and not lose our shit and keep supporting these boys, because at the end of the day, this is what we got to work with. This is not going to change. And this summer is going to be awesome. You know, I better be. Otherwise, I don't know if you know a certain gentleman named Brian Daigle. He's flying over there in June, Levy. He's going to be at your bloody door, man. He's going to be right there. You're going to open your head. You're going to open your window, and there he's going to pop out of the hedges at you and leave you out, you know. So this is your chance to get it right. And I think this is really, really an opportunity for the club to finally get it right. Because again, we've invested in players, but we haven't invested in players in the right positions. We haven't invested in players we need that can build the squad into what we want. But that also has to be argued with the fact that we've consistently changed managers. The setup has changed. The players wanted by those managers, the formations that they use, the way they use these players has changed. And yeah, okay, that's a valid, fair argument. But at the end of the day, if you're a professional footballer, like this guy's 15, little man here is 11, and he knows how to play every position on the pitch.
That's good.
You know, he might not excel at every position in the pitch, but he knows his basic responsibilities in any role on the pitch. I don't expect a left back or a left wing back to be able to play as a striker or a right winger up front or something. I don't have that, but I do expect, like everybody has the argument that Emerson was brought in as a right back, and it's difficult for him to transition to the right wing back role, but he did well today. So if he
Yeah.
can do well today, why can he not consistently do well? That's my problem with him. Now, we know obviously the crossing issue. Like, geez, I can cross the ball better, and I can't cross the ball, guys. So it's just absolutely dreadful when we see the ball coming and just going almost, God knows where it's going sometimes. And even with the one that came in, that Højbjerg tried to drop back to Kane, had that dropped over to Bergwijn, maybe, there's our second goal and we're all, running around with our shirts off today. But the stream would be completely different here. It's he's very hit and miss on that. There is things that he needs to work on, but again, he's just coming into the team. He's coming into again a new role. He's been changed. Okay, you're inside here, you're outside there, and then the fact that he's just been absolutely berated left, right, and center by us as fans. His confidence, he's hearing that in the stadium. He's seeing it on social media. He's seeing guys like us sit here and talk about it on YouTube and stuff like that. So this will affect you. Like, he's only a 23, 24-year-old kid. He's a child, really. You guys are young guys, so you're not going to really call him a kid. But to me, he's closer to my son's age than to my age, that's for sure. So I still want to not write him off completely, but I really think we seriously need to look at making sure we bring in the wing backs we need for the Conte system, because that is his bread and butter, and that's the way, as he's made it very clear that that's the way we're going to play. That is the way he plays, and those are the focal points. If we can address those two areas first as a priority, and immediately on July the 2nd, July the 3rd, not August the 30th, then I think we should be able to hopefully, really, really make some. I'm not going to sit here and go crazy and say we're going to win the league next year and we're going to win this. I'd like to see us take that step forward to maybe put us into a final of a cup competition and maybe win the Carabao Cup, even the FA Cup, hopefully. Either one of those I would take right now. And it's funny because I was having, I can't remember what channel I was on. I was talking to somebody and we were debating about the Harry Kane thing, about how I don't think he's a big game player and this and that and everything. And somebody made a very valid point, because they had interviewed Steve Perryman, and they said that Steve Perryman stated that the first one is the hardest to win. So once you break the duck kind of thing, and you get that pressure off of yourself, once you've lifted that first one, the rest come naturally, kind of thing. So maybe that's the case with him right now. At the international level and at the club level, he hasn't achieved anything, right, other than personal. And that's not what he wants. He wants the team accolades, which, as a fan, that's what you want to hear. You want to hear somebody say, I want to play for this badge. I want to see this club lift a trophy. I don't want to see me lift a Player of the Month award every month.
Yeah.
That's not important. So if we can get 2, 3, 4 players in like that with that kind of heart, that transitions the entire mentality of a football club. You look at Liverpool. With October 2017, we smashed them 4-1. That January, they bought Van Dijk, and everything has been history since.
Yeah,
they didn't piss around. They did their recruiting properly. Their chairman, I don't even know who their chairman's name is. You don't hear about this guy or anything the way you hear about Levy. Every fan from every club knows who Daniel Levy is. I couldn't tell you chairmans from the other 19 teams in the league, but they all know our chairman. Because he's overly involved, right?
I think sometimes, Bobby, this Enoch out and this Levy out, Levy in. More, as I said on the fence. Me personally, I can see where the Levy out guys are going with it. I totally understand they're frustrating, but I just say, give him time in the summer. I think he will get it right. Yeah. He will back Conte this summer.
I think this is his last chance.
This is the last chance saloon. I mean, and let's.
Bobby's right. We do spend money. Look at the summer of 2019. We spent 130 million.
But spending it properly. Spending it properly.
The difference that Liverpool do is they actually recruit in the positions they need that suit Klopp's system, and they buy well.
And Matt, to be fair, if you look at that, the only world-class player they actually bought as a world-class player was Van Dijk. And even then, Van Dijk wasn't at the world-class elite status yet.
No.
Liverpool brought him to that status. Liverpool brought Mane to that status. Liverpool brought Salah to that status.
Yeah.
Liverpool is now bringing Jota to that status. Roberto Firmino has been brought to that status by Liverpool. These players were good players on other
They all
teams.
suit Klopp, don't
But
they? They're his
exactly,
players,
we
and that's
built
what
around what he
Klopp-
wanted, and we allowed him to now bring them to the next level. So
Yeah.
I'm not overly concerned about making sure we buy the player that's already at that level, because how is he going to improve, or how is Conte going to be able to improve him into our squad kind of thing. So I don't mind setting the bar a little bit lower, as long as somebody that has a higher ceiling. As long as there's that growth in there or the ability for them to change. Now, does that mean getting an older player with experience, like I said, that has the ability to play different roles and can transition across the field anywhere? Someone like a Milner that's just a complete asset to Liverpool. You know what I mean? The guy's just ageless. It's amazing. Where has he not played? I think at one point he's even played goal. The striker is the only position I don't think the man's ever registered in a game as. But if we have to get older, get older. If we have to get younger, get younger. I like, if you look at the way Romero has come in and how phenomenal he's been. Everybody's calling him the Rolls Royce for us, and he is. The man's a brick wall back there.
Yeah.
He's just
Absolutely.
like today, a few minor mistakes today and stuff like that, poor passes and stuff like that. But immediately when he made that really one bad pass, I think it was Salah that came and picked up on it, and he immediately jumped back on it. Got the tackle in, then turned away, and then played the ball smartly. So he's making smart decisions, and he's only going to get better. Like this is the kind of guy we could build our entire back line around easily. And Ben Davies, to me, there was the first half, there was moments I was just like, oh God, you can have another one of those games. And then he would turn around and do something great. Then he would scare me again. Then he would turn around and do something great again. So if it's just his inconsistency again, that just drives me kind of crazy. And I think we really are not an overly massive squad rehaul away from being great. I think we really are at the cusp of being able to do something now if we just do it right. And if that means Paratici banging on doors and saying, here's my list, Levy, just give me the checkbook. Sign a couple of blank checks, give me the checkbook. Or if it's Conte himself going and banging on doors, or if it means Levy is involved, I do not care, as long as we get in what we need. If I see another winger come in as our first signing, we know right there who's in charge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're just gonna bring in a Chelsea fan here. Is a regular.
Okay then. Sorry, here. Sorry. This is. Go ahead. Oh, you muted him. Even better. You muted him.
Don't worry. No. I muted myself. I'm not going to bite. The only team I'm laughing at is Man United, even though we drew 2-2 to Wolves. But I just feel like you guys deserve that win. And you know what? Fair play. You might have just stopped Liverpool from winning the quadruple. So now I won't have to hear Liverpool fans saying, oh, we're winning the quadruple with this, that, and the other. Because, I put my neck on the line on one of the streams to say if Liverpool win the quadruple, I'm going to wear a Liverpool jersey.
Oh, gee.
And I think a lot of people clipped that as well. So I was like, thank you. Thank you for ending Liverpool's quadruple hopes.
Oh, dear.
That's why I'm trying to avoid making bets on live streams.
Yeah. Always gets clipped.
Look, I actually did one of my forfeits in shaving half of my facial hair off when we lost to Liverpool in the Carabao Cup.
So, what's it saying? What's Carl saying here?
Yeah.
Oh God! Oh, that was Oh.
Yeah. It's got a couple of comments here saying, I was just watching the Højbjerg chance at the end of the match. Do you think we are so desperate to get Kane to score? We sacrifice good chances. He heads that a goal it's in. Facts and stats and comes in. The Captain Cockrell says, even all good points. Shame we didn't pick up all three, but it's a solid point and the boys played well. If they can take that into the last few games, who knows what happens or where we will finish. And then Dean comes back and says, everyone says about Kane, nobody puts a ball in the box or finds a pass like him.
Yep.
So he has to drop deep,
Yep.
as he knows he only needs one chance in the box. He needs someone who can put it on a sixpence. I'll go back with Kane.
I agree with that.
I swear, out of all the teams that have taken points off Liverpool, home and away, I swear it's just us and you guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't think of any other team that has taken points off Liverpool.
What was it? They were saying something at the beginning of the game. They the last points they dropped was 12 games ago, and I think it was Brighton they had a draw against, if I'm correct. I think it was Brighton that got a draw at Anfield last.
Yeah, that was 2-2, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's the last team that got points there.
I swear that was last season, though.
They're saying 12 home games, but it was the beginning of the season.
Oh, this season. Oh, sorry, my bad.
In the beginning then, because it was 12 home games ago, right?
Yeah.
So I remember the commentary making a comment on that.
Have taken points off Liverpool, and 2 of them were from the capital. But did they do it both home and away? Brighton.
I'm not too sure about the way. Like I said, I heard that the commentator make that one remark there.
Brighton got battered in one of those games.
I think they lost to Liverpool at home. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Speaking of Brighton and batterings, how was that United game today?
I was pissing myself. Look.
There's a Brighton fan here as well. Matty here.
Where I live, I'm near Brighton, but my other half is a Brighton fan, and they're season ticket holders, so they've all just come in pretty drunk and
happy.
So they're happy. So yeah.
Look, although we lost, we didn't lose. It did feel like a loss. I'm not going to lie, but watching that dross of a performance from United, that just cheered me up a whole lot. and if Leeds managed to sneak a win against Woolwich, that would probably make my weekend.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, we're marching on together with the Leeds boys tomorrow.
I think everybody's a Leeds fan in this group right now tomorrow.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I know I am.
I just like Man United, but I can't, just like you guys, I can't stand Arsenal. Like they celebrate.
Oh, see, now I like you.
Look, you guys, look. I've always said, like so many Chelsea fans hate Tottenham. I'm not one of them. What's the point of hating a team that, no offense, that doesn't win anything? What's the point?
Now I hate him again. Yeah.
Nah, but look, we're all Leeds fans tomorrow. That's the main point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And honestly,
Nippin, who do you guys have left? You got 3 games left as well, right?
Leicester City. Leeds United, Leicester City, Watford.
So because
they're going to win 1 or 2 of them, surely.
Yeah.
No, they should be able to take all 3, but then they drew Wolverhampton, so who knows? Now, just what are we behind there? 3 points behind them now with the draw today.
Yeah, look, for the sake of humanity, I hope they do not finish 3rd. Otherwise, they're going to say, we're winning the league next season.
Yeah, it's true.
Nippin, I'm curious, as with everything that's happening with you guys and the sanctions and everything like that, what do you want to see happen with your club?
Look, our new owner was in the stadium today, and just by his expression, he knows that he has to invest in the summer. Yeah, I remember him, Darren Anderton. I remember. Oh, this is my earliest memory as look, I support England at a national level. This is my earliest memory as an England fan. Extra time versus Germany, Darren Anderton hits the post.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, I asked that question before you guys brought me on.
Oh dear. Let's just get to a couple of comments here. Klopp said in post-match press conference, Spurs play like Atletico, and it's not football. Klopp being a sore loser.
He is a sore loser. This isn't the first time he's said that. Like, I don't know if it was like, oh, the wind was too. Just admit that today wasn't your day. Look, whenever, I don't know if you ever watched our manager, his press conferences after the game. Like, he always says it as it is. He doesn't make any excuses. Manager.
And we got Tim Man 007 say, evening lads, great performance from the lads tonight, but gutted we didn't win, especially with that Højbjerg chance in the last minute. Come on, Leeds. Yes, we all Leeds fans.
Yep.
Now, speaking of that Højbjerg goal, if you look at it, the way it's coming in, he's running forward and the ball's behind him. So he's got to turn backwards and try to head it back. So he's tried, like, I wonder if he tried to go ahead of that goal, it would have come off the back of his head or at the top of his head and probably gone over anyway. So
I'm thinking, if I'm Højbjerg, because I don't score many and I'm not like a predator in the box, I'm thinking, like with our first goal where it's Sessegnon, where he just crosses it straight to Son. I think Højbjerg's just thinking, if I can just get it to him, he's got to tap it. Yeah. If I miss, they're all going to be really pissed off.
Yeah. I don't think he has the confidence to go for goal.
Bobby, can I ask you something?
Yeah, man.
Are you of Indian origin by any chance?
I am fully East Indian, sir.
East? Oh, so you're from Bengal?
No, I'm Sikh.
Sikh? Oh, Sat Sri Akal ji. Sat Sri Akal.
Get that, Sharma? Yeah, I'm East Indian, buddy. Yeah. And so are they. I know the last name throws everybody off, but I lie to people and just say, "Oh, we're the last name's Kang. We have a Mongolian ancestry." I made this nonsense up for a friend of mine the other day. Yeah. No.
Basically, me and Bobby were just speaking in our native mother tongue.
We were talking about you guys and something. He said something bad about Brighton.
No, I didn't.
Tell your missus. Yeah. No, he's over there. Sorry, he's over there. I'm pointing the wrong way. I was pointing at myself. It was that guy.
I didn't say anything bad about Brighton.
No, he didn't say nothing bad about Brighton. He said, "I hope you guys finish third above us." Yeah, thanks, Nick. Appreciate it.
Look, I put it this way: if
you speak in Punjabi, I'll do all the translations. Go ahead.
नहीं मुझे उर्दू आती है पंजाबी मुझे माँ और पापा को माँ को ज़्यादा आती है पंजाबी.
Okay, so he said he doesn't speak too much my Indian, but he still thinks the Spurs are the best team in the Premier League.
Hey, yes, the fall, yes.
What I actually said was, I don't know.
No, that's fine. Stream's not working properly now.
Anyway.
Harry Kang, yes, sir. Maybe if I can get him start running, Paul. Actually, no, he's about the same speed as Harry. This one is.
Did they play football?
Yeah, that's where we were during the day all day today. We do skills training and development on Saturday, so this was the last day for that. So I had to skin out of there early and get back and try to watch the game and everything, and ended up being late. So we just went to another friend's there. He's a Liverpool fan, so I was like, okay, his house is really close. So we said, okay, we'll watch the game and then come home. And then I was like, oh shoot, I told Simon I'd be home by 5 o'clock. Oh, sorry.
How confident was he going into the game?
Oh, this guy said we're going to lose 5-1. This one said we were going to lose 4-1. I thought we would lose 2-0. Honestly, that with my head, my heart, I would have been happy with the draw, which is what we were, but I wanted it to.
I don't know if you were in the stream before the game. I actually predicted in the comments that you guys would win today.
Well, I hope your predictions would be right then.
You know something else. I also predicted that you'd win against City. Both on
but that's a given. We always win against City. They're easy.
And the game
you know what? We have problems with powerhouses like Wolverhampton and Southampton and Brentford and Brighton. But I guess you know what? Looking at what Brighton did today and the way they've been playing the last few games, actually, I think this is their third win in a row or something, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think they got Brighton, man.
They've been playing well again now, right? So they've got. I honestly think they've got some good players on paper. If they can get
we got a good manager.
Great manager. They're 1 or 2 players away from being a very good team. Yeah. I tried, Paul. I tried. The wife's like, no, that is not an Indian name. I said, I'll call him Harinder. I'll call him Harinder, and friends can call him Harry. But no. Like, no, we're not naming the
Harry Lal.
No, so This is it. This is the closest I could get. Jay and Krish. So I give them Indian names that white people can say.
That's my dad's name. That's my dad's name. Jay is actually my dad's
Jay's
name.
your dad's
Yeah.
name? Yeah. So technically,
Yeah.
it's Jai,
Like Jay
right? But yeah,
Jay
exactly. It is Jay. Yeah. Yeah. So now they love their football, and unfortunately, they decided to follow in their father's footsteps and become Spurs fans. So they're scarred for life. But
decided to follow. I'm pretty sure you bleeded it into them.
You know what? Me maybe putting bibs on them from the moment they popped out that said we support Tottenham until we die might have something to do with it. But honestly, I'll tell you, Nippin, it was after a couple of years going back now. What is that? 2019 when we got battered by Bayern Munich at home. That 7-2 Champions League. That game, I'll tell you right now, I watched that game with my kids. And I literally, I'm looking at my little guy, and at the time, so he's 8 years old? And he literally looks like he's got tears in his eyes. The big man's just fuming, and he's a big Neuer fan. That's his favorite player. So at that point, I literally turned to him. I said, go ahead, support Bayern Munich. You don't you stick with Bayern Munich. You pick another team, any other team in the world you want, except for Arsenal. I was like, go pick a winning team. And I told my bigger one, I'm like, please go support Bayern because you'll actually know what it feels like to win something. Because I've experienced that once in my lifetime as a Spurs fan. So I started supporting them after the 91 FA Cup win. It was 92 that I picked up on Spurs. So it's like, my God, this is painful being a Spurs fan sometimes. But then it's also exciting because you're almost at you just get there and you get that level of excitement where you can almost accomplish anything. I've never, all my sports team sucked in every sport. We're average at best. So I know if I'd rather be that fan because I want to have that opportunity to win something, being a true fan of a club that doesn't win anything, than being a fan of a club that wins everything all the time kind of thing. And I couldn't be a Real fan or a Bayern fan or even a Juventus fan, it's not my thing. But yeah, they said, no, Dad, we're Spurs through and through. And we're going to cry like you in 30 years. And hopefully that'll change now. And hopefully they'll get to see something. They'll get to see one of those things called a how do you spell it? Trophy? Trophy.
I'm sorry. I'm switching to my phone because my laptop's about to run out of battery.
Right. Okay. No problem.
See you in a minute.
See you.
Yeah. Well, how did you guys? I'm curious. How did you guys end up picking up on Spurs out of all teams? Because you're in England, both of you, right? And you said you're up in Brighton, Matt. So
do you want me to go first, or
please? Yeah. Well, whatever. You started going, so go. It's your show.
To be honest, I blame my dad.
Yeah, you blame your dad? Okay. I love the way you said that because that's exactly what my kids are going to be saying later. Okay, now I know.
No, I wouldn't have it any other way because it's like you kind of put it. Obviously, yeah, we don't win much, but when we do win something, I think it will mean a lot more to us than just winning all the time.
100%.
I think we'll like appreciate it a bit more. I only think teams like us who don't win much get it, like, if you know what I mean. Whereas I think teams like City, they've won, Liverpool, they all win stuff all the time. So I'm not saying it. I was just thinking it gets a bit. They don't feel like their fans just expect it. Whereas for us, it would be like a party, wouldn't it? It'd be like a parade.
Oh, yeah.
It would be,
yeah.
And
our stadium's full. We're singing. We're dancing in the street.
Yeah. You'd be coming to England, I reckon.
Oh, I can next year. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, not this year. Maybe at the beginning of the season, at the end of this year, or next year at some point. I will definitely make a Spurs specific trip. As long as these pricks don't go and change Sky Sports doesn't change the game on me like they've liked to over the last few years that have come over. But it's funny you mentioning that about the over glory, the expected success thing. A buddy of mine went to the Atletico game with Man City.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is a Champions League game, quarterfinal game. And he showed me the video and he goes, this is why they call it the empty had. And the stadium was half empty.
Yeah.
And it was
crazy, isn't it? Yeah. I've been there
for
a game when I went just to Manchester for my birthday weekend and we watched Man City Brighton, and it was quiet. Terrible, they even scored. It was a little cheer, and that was about it. It's because they just know they're going to win.
That's it.
They'd expect to win.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, back to the story of our sports Spurs. Pretty much, it's my dad. He was literally he lived literally pretty much next door to White Hart Lane, the old one.
Okay.
He was brought up on it, and he followed Jimmy Greaves. That's his favourite player of all time. So that's really the story. I think my first game was Spurs Leicester, and it was 4-4. I remember crying, and then Jermaine Defoe scored the equaliser. I was only 7, so
okay. Well, that wasn't that long ago. You're a young guy.
That's pretty much the story. But no, I wouldn't change it. It's one of those things.
It's ingrained in you. It's part of you. Yeah.
I think our community is the best, in terms of our fans.
I think we got a great fan base. I really do. Like, you hear horrible things about everybody's fan base, basically, and I'm sure we got a couple of bad apples, but overall, like I said right at the beginning, meeting everybody you have in this community has just been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah,
Simon.
Absolutely. Well, mine's absolutely weird because in my family everyone supports different. My dad's a Chelsea, so I couldn't support Chelsea. And my 2 brothers, they're a West Ham. My other brother's my other brother, he's a Spurs fan. Then I got my other brother, he's a Chelsea fan. And then I got my other brother, but my sister's a Spurs fan. So yeah, so
you got 2 siblings you like, okay?
Yeah. I started watching them in the 89, in 89, 90, when we had Gascoigne, and so I could go back then. I mean, so I've seen us win 3 trophies, so FA Cup and 2 League Cups. But yeah, that's how I support them. I mean, and watching Gaza, that's probably still my best memory. Still watching that boy playing in 1991 FA Cup final. You know what I mean?
That semi-final goal.
Oh, unbelievable! That was unbelievable. But yeah, I don't come from a Spurs supporting family. I couldn't support Chelsea. Now looking back, I still couldn't support Chelsea. I couldn't put my life on supporting Chelsea.
Not if you got a Spurs Premier Hotspurs TV channel. I think it might be a little bit difficult now, man. So Matt might not be too happy with you there if all of a sudden you come on here with a Chelsea blue kit. Yeah, exactly.
I think Paul. I think Paul's got a good one here. Actually, Paul. He said, "I started supporting Spurs after my dad killed my mum, so I thought life couldn't get worse."
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Horrible and funny at the same time.
That's a typical.
It's so wrong, yet so funny.
Bobby, Paul's been following us since the day go, and this guy he's a comedian. Seriously, he comes out with us all the time. Seriously, he's so.
You know
funny.
what? We have a community that's just like we've already touched on. Nippin's in the back room here, right? We've touched on the fact that we've got such a great community of Spurs fans and everything like that. So, we love to be accompanying each other and surrounding each other and holding hands when we're in misery after another loss or draw or whatever, not getting the result we expected or wanted. But it's great. You need people like Paul to bring you and lift you up into a good mood again and stuff like that. We've got to be able to laugh at some of the things that we've had to go through as Spurs fans. Otherwise, let's face it, we'd be having to drink every day or something, man. This is the kind of club that could drive you to drink.
Absolutely, Bobby. You know what I mean? Obviously, Bob's. I don't know.
When I have children, my firstborn will support Chelsea. They won't have a choice. But anyone born after that can choose whoever they want, so long as it's not Arsenal.
That's exactly what I said, Nippin. So we do agree on one thing. Okay.
Yeah, look, that's why I get on with so many Spurs fans. It's because we have one common enemy.
Yeah.
And that's bullying.
Like to say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? So.
Yeah. They're not even from North London. Let's have it right.
True.
In fact,
neither am I.
Their rivals should actually be Charlton Athletic or
Canada, right?
Palace. I said
No,
Charlton, not
it's funny.
Canada.
I don't think it matters where you're born because I was actually born in Leicester. I came over here when I was 4 months old. So,
Wow.
yeah, they're the first football game I ever went to. I was 14 years old, and my cousin took me to a Leicester Millwall game, and what a scary friggin' experience!
Yeah, man.
What a
I
scary
bet it
experience!
was.
Yeah, 14 years old, and I was like,
Millwall,
and
they're
the funny
right
thing was,
nutcases.
well, the best part was, Nip, and he had just the morning before the game, he gave me a Leicester City Walker's Crisp kit to wear. But then I realized it wasn't to wear to the game because I put it on and thought, all right, I'm going to wear my new shiny shirt to the game. And here I go. Ooh. Take it off. You can't wear that to the game. What's the point of buying? Where am I going to wear it then? What's the point of buying this thing for me? And then when we got there and I saw how Millwall fans were and I saw the amount of police presence outside, I understood real fast. I got a knowledge into English football properly that time. So, but it's yeah, like I said, it's the same cousin that's the Tottenham fan that I actually took me to that game. So here I am following in his footsteps. I don't know if I should blame him or be happy with him. I still haven't figured that out 30 years later.
Nippon Cole said, I think we have a chance to turn you into a Spurs fan.
The only time I will ever want you guys to win a game is when you're playing Arsenal or a top 4 rival or a title rival. Otherwise, I just want a good game.
So you're just a fan of football.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good for you. Good for you. I can respect that. Good for you.
So Bobby, we'll come to the back end of the stream.
Whenever someone asks me who I support, I say Chelsea and anyone playing Arsenal. So whenever Arsenal play, I'm supporting the 19 teams playing them.
I actually kind of like that. Sorry, Simon, you were saying?
Yeah. So we come to the back end of the stream now,
Yeah,
Bobby. So what do you expect now? Going from now to the end of the season now. Arsenal play tomorrow. Is it we don't care about what Arsenal do, we just concentrate on winning the next 3 games and
easier said than done. Yeah, it's easier said than done. So, I mean, we're going to look at them. We're going to watch the game tomorrow. We're going to pray for Leeds to win and everything like that. We're going to hope they do us a favor. But had we, like you were just about to touch on, had we concentrated on just ourselves when we needed to concentrate on just ourselves, we wouldn't be in this position right now.
Absolutely.
We would have the points we needed necessary to have already put this away and be comfortable. Where at least we know we've locked 5th. After that, thanks to Brighton today, we at least know the furthest we can finish now is 5th. We're okay. We're settled there. Actually, sorry, to do that, we would just not have to lose the next 3 games that we have left. But I just really think that we can get the top 4. It all comes down to Thursday, boys. It's playing out exactly how Sky Sports right now. They are salivating. They are counting the bonuses. They're buying new cars before next week's game because they know that game alone is going to have the whole country shut down. Everybody's going to be sitting there watching to see what happens with that game, and it's going to be absolutely electric. Are any of you boys going to the game?
No,
Matt.
I'm trying. I'll say that.
Trying. Do you guys I'm curious now because I've never experienced. I've only ever been to one proper Spurs. I've been to 2 Spurs games, but one was here in Toronto when Jermaine Defoe was playing for TFC, and they'd come and they did that friendly game. Yeah. So they did that friendly game in 2014. And then my first ever game I finally got to was in January 2018, but it was at Wembley. So I've never been to Tottenham itself. So I'm curious, would you, as a fan, would you go to Tottenham? Just even if you can't get into the stadium, knowing there's 0 chance you're going to get into the stadium, would you still go to Tottenham? And is there festivities? Is there stuff in American football, they have tailgating, which is, you go outside 2-3 hours before the game starts. They have that here.
Every time at the bridge. Whenever I can't get tickets for the game, I always stand outside the bridge to hear all the atmosphere.
Yeah, I've seen that, but I've also seen the bridge. It's not a nice stadium. I'm talking about the really pretty stadium we have. Sorry, I'm sorry, Nip. You're such a nice guy, and I'm being a jerk. My apologies.
No worries. I'm
bad dig
all the time.
No,
I've had
so
it all the time.
but it does happen. So you're saying there is a kind of a tailgating atmosphere where outside the stadium
Yeah,
fans
you
are
have like
together,
pubs
they're
and
singing.
I
things like
do.
that. You can
Yeah,
go
no,
and do
this
it.
I mean, I know there's pubs and stuff, but I mean the actual parking lot. Because what happens here is people
We-
like bring like barbecues and stuff like that into the parking lots and stuff like
Oh
that.
no,
and
that don't happen.
no.
start having beers
no.
in the parking lot and
No,
everything
no,
like
no,
that. Like it's
no,
a
no.
party outside the stadium. So that way,
No.
at least if you even don't get in, you can still really, really kind of like
No,
I get
that
what
don't
Nick was
happen.
saying. You've
No,
got the
you're not allowed
atmosphere
anywhere near
still.
the car park.
No, eh?
The closest to atmosphere you'll get is probably if people can't get tickets, they'll go into the pubs, Bobby,
Yeah.
and they'll just
Yeah.
and create the
And
they'll
of
atmosphere.
go
course,
into,
around the stadium, there's 100 pubs, and they're all Spurs
Oh, it's loads
supporters.
of pubs,
So.
yeah.
But you got
There's-
Beavertown just outside the stadium, and they do outdoor.
Well, I
streams
was told
now
I
with,
gotta
like,
go to the
DJs and
Beehive.
that.
the Beehive.
The
The
Beehive
Beehive.
and
Yeah.
Brickyard.
that's the women's ground,
Brickwork,
isn't
it?
Brickyard.
Yeah.
Bricklayers.
Bricklayers,
Bricklayers,
and then you
that's
got
it.
the
Bricklayers.
you got the Bill Nick pub. That's
Bill
good.
Nick. That's a good pub. That's a good pub. That.
I'm hoping to get my ass in the stadium. I better not be at a pub.
You got to go all this way. And,
No,
yeah,
if I fly all that way, and
We'll sort you out,
if I
Bobby.
can't
Don't
get a
worry.
bloody ticket. No, actually, honestly, Matt, I'm so fortunate through this community.
Look,
and
I really like your stadium. I really like your stadium. The fact that it's so close to the main road, and unlike the other one down the Seven Sisters Road, the name I'm not going to mention on this stream, you just have to walk for so long just to get to the.
Have you
gates.
been to the new stadium, Nippon? Ours?
Yeah, I've attended a game
You've
there.
gone to a game there? Wow. And what about you boys? Have you gone to a game there? Yet?
Yeah.
No, I haven't
You haven't been yet either, Simon?
No.
Oh,
No,
you and me will
fantastic.
pop our cherries together next season, buddy.
Yes.
We go there holding hands, buddy. You can
Semi-final.
be my
Me and you,
date.
Bob.
I'll tell
Me and
my
you, Bob.
wife Simon's my date for the game. There you go. I wish she won't get upset with me. Yeah.
Get in there,
I
Bob.
actually attended the game the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg. It was at your stadium. I went to that game.
Oh yeah, we don't want to remember that game, but it was good for you.
The score was actually still 0-0 when I entered. I actually entered 30 minutes late.
What one was that? Is that the one we won on penalties?
No, we lost 2-0.
No,
lost.
it was the one that happened earlier this season.
The semi-final,
that one.
second leg.
Basically, I was never actually. I'll tell you the story. I was never actually meant to go to the game. I was watching the game on my phone, on one of the streaming services. Then this guy came up to me and said, "Oh, would you like a ticket?" And I said, "Sure. How much do you want?" He said, "I'll sell it to you for £30."
Wow. That's cheap,
And
is it not? I was going to say, it's like £65 or something for the cheapest ticket in there when I was looking.
No, he sold it to me for 30.
I don't know how much away ones are. They might be a bit cheap. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I was actually sat in the home end.
Well, you're
So
great.
I had to. So when we scored, I was like, I was controlling myself. I was literally controlling myself.
Oh dear, Jesus.
But I actually, the guy sitting next to me, he actually he actually protected me. I told him that I'm an away fan, so he actually protected me.
He took a bodyguard in.
Yeah. So as I said, Bob's, this is the back end of the season now. This is where we have to go into the 3 games, starting with Arsenal on Thursday. And we've got to make sure at least we've got to beat Arsenal on Thursday. We've got to slap these up. We really have to.
Please, I'm gonna be
Who's
a
that boy
Tottenham
over
fan.
there that's kicking everybody's ass? Fury? Is that his name?
I need you
Yeah,
guys to
Tyson Fury, yeah.
Tyson Fury.
Fury them.
Yeah.
Unleash the Fury.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't even want to think about it. I'm going with Brian Daigle to the pub. We've got a Spurs supporters pub here called Scotland Yard, which we all go to. And it's amazing. It's a great atmosphere. It's a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
Good family friend. Like you guys have said, Spurs family, you know what I mean? They're really good fans. And I take my kids there. You know, and it's not like we're exposed to all this aggressive swearing and aggressive behavior and the cussing and this and that. It's a very good atmosphere. Everybody's positive, of course, unless things aren't going our way. But I don't want to be in that pub with Brian Daigle sitting right beside me. God forbid those scumbags win.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to run out of there before the 90th minute and protect the kids. And it's going to be like, you know, one of those storm movies you watch, like Day After Tomorrow or 2012, where you're just running and trying to keep the kids safe from the volcano. And, that's going to be me saving them from the eruption that is Brian Daigle. So just for that sake, he's a very good friend of mine, and he's a very prominent member of the Levy Out Club, or I should say probably the president of the Levy Out Club, the godfather of the Levy Out Club. No, he's another streamer, Nip, and he's on Tottenham on Tour is his channel and everything, and then he frequents he goes around to all the other channels and stuff like that. So he's my godfather of the YouTube
community. That's run by a fan called Stelios.
Stelios is there too. Yeah, Stelios and Brian are very good friends. Yeah.
Stelios does the Tottenham way.
That's Tottenham way. Yes.
I'm getting confused.
Yeah. There's lots of Tottenham channels. Now there's another one.
There's loads of them.
One more. These guys decided to start. So.
Bobby, I said we are coming up to the end of the stream, and we want to. Me and Matt will definitely want to get your boys on. So it'll be great.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely plan something, Simon. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. We could plan something with the next game or whatever like that. If you want to have them around, let me know. As long as it's a weekend, we could definitely plan something.
I'll take you.
At all. Yeah. So we got, what is it? Thursday's not going to work, and then we got Burnley Sunday.
Burnley. Yeah, Burnley.
So if you want to do the post game, because that would be 7 a.m. kickoff for us for the Burnley game, because that's a 12 o'clock game for you guys, right? That's the noon kickoff.
Yeah.
So then, we'll be good for that one if you want us to come on, and then but don't be nice. Don't be too nice to them, Simon. Everybody's being so nice to them. I'm sick and tired of that. They're like, "Oh, Dad, how come everybody's so nice to us and you're so mean?" I'm your father. You want nice? Go to mommy. I made you a Spurs fan. Like, do you really think that life is going to be easy now?
Is your wife a Tottenham fan as well, Bobby?
Fucked. Sorry.
Is your wife a Tottenham fan as well?
No, she's actually, believe it or not, Nippin, she has converted, but she's more of a fan of her husband and children. So just to keep us and appease us, she supports them. But she actually supports the Italian national team because her brother is in Greenford in London, and he's a Juventus fan and Italian fan.
Greenford?
She must love Conte then.
Yeah,
Northwood.
Greenford.
Greenford.
Beside Hounslow.
Hounslow, yeah.
Hounslow there and Southall, yeah.
Southall, yeah. Massive Asian community
up over there, yeah. So
Southall,
Southall Broadway, man.
Yeah, Southall Broadway. Yeah.
That's where I go wandering off for my lunch. You find me a better deal for £3.
It's a nice restaurant there, Bobby.
Lots. Even the street vendors and stuff, man. Oh,
man.
Last time I was there, I ate like a king for like £3.
My mum makes the best.
I'm going to walk up and down the street every day. Gain 10 stone by the time I go back. No McDonald's for me.
As said, guys, thanks for coming on. Seriously, Bob's.
I really appreciate you having me, Simon. Matt, thank you for the invitation, guys.
Great to meet you.
Absolutely, mate. Thank you very much. And next time, definitely we'll get your boys on with you. And
definitely, like I said, man, Burnley game, pencil them in, and they're yours, buddy. Yeah. And that goes to anybody. The highest bidder, the kids are for sale. So just don't tell my wife.
Bob's, let everyone know where they can find you and where they can find if they want to come watch your boys' channels as well.
Appreciate that, Simon. Well, the boys' channel is the 3 Spurs Boys, the number 3 Spurs Boys, all one word in the name there. They're doing their own thing with the pregame and the postgame shows, and now they've got this wonderful community that wants to get them on, so you'll see them drifting. I myself like to drift channel to channel. I like doing stuff like this, meeting new people and stuff like that, having different opinions, different perspectives and stuff than sitting and talking to the same kind of group all the time. So that's why I really enjoyed this. It was nice to have a refreshing kind of conversation and stuff, because we know how some are. We get on here and we're still negative. We're still pessimistic. We're overcritical about people's performances and stuff like that. We don't try the positivity, just take the positivity out. So I appreciate you guys' positivity, and the fact that you brought over this guy over here, a Chelsea fan, and I actually could say I like 2 Chelsea fans in the world now. So Nippon, it was really, really great to meet you, my man.
No problem. No problem.
He's always a regular.
He's a regular. All right.
I always give the
Nippon. Come here.
Unless it's Arsenal, I always give the neutral perspective on the game.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
So guys, get over to Bobby and his 2 boys channel, the 3 Spurs boys. Go and support them, subscribe to them, guys.
Much appreciated.
And yeah, absolutely. I've watched a few of their shows. They're really good. They are.
I appreciate that. They're slowly getting into it. They're getting their confidence and stuff like that. And I'm slowly getting better at learning how to use a computer and press buttons at the right times, so I don't make them look too bad. So Nippon, did you subscribe yet?
I did.
Let me check.
How
did I go down 3?
My laptop is right in the background.
Nice one, buddy.
Right, Nippon.
Want to stream?
Thanks for coming on. Let everyone know where they can find you, mate, and your channel as well.
Yep, you can find me on Instagram at N with 4 I's and 3 U's. You can find me on my food blog at Nippon Reviews Cuisines, which is also an Instagram account. You can find me on Twitter at NSSports93, which is my YouTube Twitter. You can also find me on my private Twitter, which is the Nippon Sharma. I always use that. And you can find me on both my YouTube channels at NS Sports TV and the British Lifestyle Blogger, where I do non-sports related content. I've done restaurant reviews and reviews.
Sorry, what was the food channel you mentioned before?
Sharma Reviews. No. Nippon Reviews Cuisines.
Curious about that one. And then that's local reviews from local restaurants and stuff like that?
No. Sometimes I review my own cooking.
Oh, okay.
And give an honest perspective. And sometimes I go to other restaurants and give them feedback.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Bobby, you got some fans for one of our facts and stats. You like
Thanks, Captain Cockrell. Appreciate it.
And so,
thank you very much.
Facts and stats. Get over to Bobby and his boys' channel and get them a subscribe as well, guys.
Oh, I like the one from Carl. 1 Up, actually. Gotta love this guy.
Yeah, Carl's great. Yeah. Like those boys. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Carl,
thanks, Carl. If anybody, the king of the backhanded compliments right here. Bobby, you're fantastic. Not as great as your kids, though. I love you too, Carl. But sorry, Nippon, I cut you off there. Sorry.
No worries. I'm just saying that I just hope you beat them scumbags down the road next week.
For you.
Honestly, otherwise their fans are never going to let me hear the end of it. That's the whole reason I started supporting Chelsea, because there were too many Arsenal fans in my school. Like, basically, everyone was either Arsenal, Man United, or Liverpool when I was growing up.
That's what it was when I came to England. Everybody supported them. No, one cousin was a Tottenham fan. And
the year Arsenal, oh God, them scumbags went invincible.
Oh.
I was getting so much. But don't worry, on that same night, in that same year, Wayne Bridge turned the tables. And they have never been the same since. And long may that continue.
That's it, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right, Nippon, Bobby, thank you very, very much.
Thank you guys very much. Really appreciate it. Thanks everybody in the chat. It was great chatting with you guys. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So, guys, we'll see you both again. And Bobby, I'll text you.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, get you onto my channel one day, Bobby.
Will do, man. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah. See you
Nice
all
one,
soon.
guys. Thank you very much. See
All
you
right.
soon.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on,
Come
you
on, you
Spurs.
Spurs. Come on, Spurs.
Yeah,
Come
baby.
on, Spurs. And there we go. Matt, let's just bring one more in quickly, Matt. He has been waiting. It's Dan.
Dan the
It's
man.
Dan. THFC. Long time no see, Dan. How are we? Are we happy with this point? What did you expect Tottenham to get anything out of this game tonight, or did you really thought, do you know what? We'll take that and we'll kick on.
You know, these games where we play against the top 2 teams in the Premier League, I'm actually more confident than when we play mid-table teams, because it's just Tottenham. And honestly, when you're asking how are we feeling going away from this game, obviously it would have been great to grab 3 points, but how I'm feeling right now is proud of those 11 players on the pitch, giving them their all, something that we haven't seen in a while, ever since the last time we played Manchester City. And this is a huge boost. I was saying it, Arsenal were going through a drought, then they beat Chelsea, and now they picked up some form. We needed that Chelsea result that they got it, and we got it against Liverpool. Hopefully this will be a bounce in confidence, and it will continue on to the Arsenal game.
Matt, have you got anything to ask Dan here, matey?
No, Dan, love what you're saying. Hope you're well, mate. Who was your I suppose standout performer today? I mean, who do you think caught your eye? I mean, on what we watch on BT Sport, which is where it's shown where I live, they gave it to Ben Davies, man of the match. I don't know if you agree with that or who you thought stood out for you.
Yeah, I thought Ben Davies was great. I thought everybody was really great. But I think what made this performance and what made this result possible was our wingbacks. Sessegnon and Emerson Royal. They've gotten a lot of stink, and rightfully so they've gotten. But I think today they played phenomenally. Absolutely brilliant. And the composure that they had on the ball, for sure, this is Emerson Royal's best performance in a Tottenham jersey.
I agree.
And Sessegnon, for me, great performance as well. It was just nothing. And Harry Kane, of course, obviously. Our front three was just brilliant. Kulusevski, who was taking Robertson out for a pizza. But it was just all 11 players were out for it. All 11 players were out for it, and it was brilliant to see.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. And do you was that a 1 point gained or was that 3 points lost for you, mate?
Depends. If you look at the performance, you could say 2 points lost. But if you look at the team we're playing against, second in the league, you say 1 point gained. You have to look at the table as well. Arsenal are playing tomorrow. We can all say that we think Arsenal's going to lose, but reality is they're the favorites to beat Leeds. And if they beat Leeds, we're going to go into that North London derby. I think it is 3 points behind Arsenal. So if we do win, 4. So if we do win, we're going to be 1 point behind them, and we're going to have to rely on them to lose to one of Everton or Newcastle. So hopefully that does happen. But in the now and then, we got to win our games. We got to focus on our games, and hopefully something does happen against Leeds.
Just puts the pressure on, doesn't it? I think I think Arsenal fans are probably thinking we're not getting anything tonight. I think they were laughing that we were playing Liverpool like we're going to get, rolled over.
To be fair, we're doing the same when they play Chelsea.
Seed in their head for tomorrow, and Leeds, they're fighting as well.
Yeah, it's difficult to play against a team that's fighting for relegation.
Absolutely, Dan. Absolutely, and I think at 2 points, two games ahead of Everton. Everton have got some games to play. And
I saw something on Twitter that said, "What a story it'd be if Dele Alli seals the winner to secure us top 4."
Oh, he does that.
Unbelievable, Dan. Seriously, mate.
Come on.
Exactly what Matt said the other day. He said that the other day. Matt said, he said, "You imagine Dele Alli getting that winner." Oh my God, the scenes. The Arsenal fans won't hear the end of that, and trust me, it will absolutely. Sure. But I fancy Leeds getting something tomorrow. I looked at the table just a minute ago, and I thought, do you know what? It's very close down there. There's 2 points in it, and Leeds have to get something because with these games in hand, what Everton's got, I do fancy Everton picking up a couple more wins before the end of the season. So Leeds have to win tomorrow, or at least get a point. A point would be fantastic. That'll be a good weekend for Tottenham.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think that'll be 2 points. It'll be 2 points behind Arsenal going to that North London derby.
Yeah.
Beat them, and I think that
Then
is.
there's win 2, isn't it? After that, if
That's
you
it.
beat our, yeah.
So it's not all over. I mean, it's not all doom and gloom. I think
Yeah.
I can see where you're coming from, Dan. The team are playing. You probably can say before the game, yeah, I'll snatch a point. I'll take a point now. But it's the manner we conceded that goal, and the manner we just said how we just got the draw and we didn't win that. I mean, deflected
last
goal.
moment.
Like if it was a top draw goal, you thought, do you know what? You have said, do you know what? That's fantastic. I mean,
I'm not sure if there's anything you can do to stop it though, because we tried to block it, and it's just gone off his stud and gone in.
It's just unlucky. It really is just unlucky.
Yeah. Well, it's typical Liverpool, isn't it? They always get a bit of luck against us at Anfield. It happens every season.
Yeah, to be fair, we've actually every time, like the last times I've seen Tottenham go to Anfield, we've actually put together a performance.
Yeah. 100%. And it's either an own goal or a lucky deflection. Or, we've been, Sissoko misses from around, I don't know, 5 yards out or whatever it was last time. And, so, no, I'm proud of the boys tonight. And, I think whatever happens, whether we get fourth, whether, even if we get fifth, I still think we've got to be proud of the team because we're at least going till the end. And we just got to hope for a big summer.
Yeah, exactly. We have to back Conte. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I just think there's massive progress since Conte's come in. You know what I mean? I think it was 9th or 10th when he come in. I think it was in a bit of a mess. I mean, and where he's taken us now, we're guaranteed 5th position. And the way he's just got players like Dyer, like Davies, who were going out of this club. You know what I mean? He's got them just defending basics again. I mean, and just pulling performance outs week in after week after and the way we defended tonight, that really did please me tonight because you go a couple of seasons ago, we were lost that one under different managers.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you can see that Conte, he's grinding everything he's got out of these players. And I was saying, Matt, just imagine the players when we get Conte, when Conte gets his own players in next season. I think we're on special here. I really do. And
that's another thing. These players put a great performance today, especially those players like Davies, Emerson Royale. But still, we have to improve on those positions. Just because they have one good performance, we can't just keep them in the starting 11. 100%. We have to replace them.
We need more competition. We need more depth. I looked at that bench today. I mean, some of them are kids, aren't they?
Yeah.
I compared it to Liverpool. They had Origi, Jota, Keita in midfield. We've got nothing like that. No options.
What about Harry Winks?
Really. You can't rely on Dane Scarlett to come on. He's like 17.
But to be fair, Conte, we can't do nothing. The window's closed.
No,
I mean,
I'm saying that's what needs to improve in the summer. We've got to improve our depth, especially if you want to go and win, the big cups or you want to get into an FA Cup final. You need depth, mate, to get through those, lower league ties, and then so you can rest some of the key players. And I think competition for places will be key next season.
Yep.
And Dan, we know Levy's getting them. He's got massive flack. I mean, he's the fans have got on top of him. I mean, I don't know where you are with it. This Levy out, Levy in. I just have my own opinions on it. I mean, and I'm going to wait till summer because I really, really do believe that Daniel Levy has come to a thing now is that he has to back Conte. He knows now he has to back Conte. I don't think there's no way out for him now. If he doesn't back Conte, that's it. It's the end of him. So he knows now he has to back Conte. Do you really, really believe that Conte is going to get backed?
I think it depends on. A lot of people say that it doesn't, but I think it really does depend if we get top 4 because then I don't know if you remember in the summer when we were trying to sign Jules Koundé and he didn't want to come because we're not in the top 4 in the Champions League. It's that it is going to be crucial to signing players, but at the end, I think Levy is a bit scared of losing the fans because I remember that Manchester United game that we lost 3-0. The fans were singing Levy out, and then he reacts quickly and he brings in Antonio Conte. He reacts. I do stand with you and Levy out, but I think he is going to back Conte this summer, and I think Conte is gonna get if he gets the players that he wants next season, it will be something to be excited for.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said I'm not a Levy out, and I'm not on a Daniel Levy. I'm sit on the fence. I'd sit on the fence, and I'll see what Daniel. I just want to see what Daniel Levy, if he's going to put his money where his mouth is once and for all and back this manager, because as I said, he's got nowhere to go now. So if he doesn't back him, he knows the fans is going to get on top of him, and he's got no job. He'll have to go. You know what I mean? So I think he has got the club at heart. I really still believe that with Daniel Levy. I know some fans say that's just a load of bullshit, but to me, how I feel, he's still got the club at heart. I just think, unfortunately, when he moved into the new stadium, I think with the COVID hit, that really did impact not just Tottenham, just in general football clubs. You know what I mean? In general spending and things like that. I mean, if COVID wasn't around and we moved into that stadium and the money was rolling in, would it have been? We don't know. Hindsight's great. You know what I mean? We don't know what happened. But I just believe that Conte's going to back him. Conte's going to get backed. That's what I think. You know what I mean?
I hope so.
Well, I think we showed it. I think we've already been shown you give him players that he wants, like Kulusevski and Bentancur, the what it can do for our team. And you don't have to spend ridiculous amounts. Like I say, there's about how many players are on a free this year? You know, or coming up to 6 months left on their contract. So there's like this myth that you have to spend 300 million with Conte. You don't. You could probably spend maybe, I don't know, 100 to 120, and that would improve our team if we just got in the positions that we needed. And you could even get some of them on a free.
Yeah. I just think Conte's he's a proper winner. He's a proper winner, and I think he will get backed. I think he knows the players he wants, and I think we're going to get the deals done early, and I think they will. The deals going to get done early, and I think we're going to have a proper pre-season with these new players, and I just think if he can do what he doing now with the crop of players he's got, just imagine what he can do with the players, what he wants for next season. Trust me, I think we're on to something special if he can get the right players in, and we get top four. Daniel, I don't think me and Matt talked about this. Top four won't be all over. I mean, and we can't get the top players because it's still Antonio Conte. I mean, these players will still want to come and play. So I don't think finishing the top four is a must for spending money.
Christian Romero finishing 8th.
Yeah.
That was under Nuno.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not all over if we don't get top four. I think
no, but it'd be great help. It'd be great help.
It'd be great help. I think when you talked about that player from Seville there,
Koundé.
I think we had Nuno, and I think that's what it was as well. He's probably looked at, this is Nuno here. I don't really know, but with Conte, players will want to come. Joe said, "Do you know what? I know you're not in the Champions League, but I want to play for Conte." And it happens.
You
it
can
happens.
sell projects to players, can't you? I mean, you look at, So in that, I still think that we can get certain players at a real good standard what Conte wants without Champions League football. But do you really want a player like a type like Ndombele who goes, "Oh, you haven't got Champions League, so I'm not coming to you." Do you know what I mean? You don't want players like that. You want players who want to fight for that badge. The badge we're wearing.
But saying that though,
I want to play for Tottenham Hotspur, because they've got Antonio Conte and they're looking to build for the future of winning side, not just because we're in the Champions League.
Absolutely, and that goes to say that player there, that Koundé. I don't think he's all that. Me personally,
he's even turning down Chelsea though. So
yeah. I don't think he's all that though, Matt. I really don't. That defender. I think Romero's better. I think we've got a better defender in Romero. So, and I think he's got an attitude like Tanguy, that Koundé. So I'm glad we actually curved him. You know what I mean? So me personally, but Dan, where are we gonna go, mate? Are we gonna get this top four? Are you
I think
confident
so.
that?
I back us. I'm very confident that we're gonna get the top 4. If you look at the fixtures, Arsenal, I think, are gonna drop 4 points to Newcastle, which is gonna be massive. I think we're gonna beat them at the North London Derby, which is gonna be huge, and that's gonna be a massive day for this top 4 race. I think we're gonna snatch it. I think we're gonna win every single game we have until the end of the season from now on. But let's just take a second now to laugh at Manchester United.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you know what, right, Dan? They're in the mud, United. They really are. But
I thought we were
credit
bad.
to Brighton.
I thought we were in like cheering. They need like 15 new players.
They need major surgery. And Tottenham, do you know what, right? After looking like that tonight, watching that game, we know which areas we need to improve. And if we do get four or five players in at a real good standard, I think Tottenham will go in place next season. With United, as what Matt said there, they need a complete new team. That needs ripping up.
I still bet they go and get big players. They're not in the Champions League. Okay, they're a big club. Don't get me wrong, but they're not in there. They might be in the Conference League. We could be in the Europa League. And to be fair, from what I've seen of the Europa League this season, there's a high quality of standard, isn't it? It's still good teams who go in it.
Yeah.
But what I'll say, big up, Graham Potter at Brighton. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
What I watched tonight, seriously, they ripped United to shreds. Playing some.
I didn't watch it, but it looked really sad for
If
me.
you get a chance to watch the sort of highlights, Dan, it's a brilliant.
They play some great football. Honestly, great football, and that left back of theirs, mate. He is unbelievable.
He's beastly, yeah, he's good.
We should look into him.
He could be expensive, though. Do you think it'd be expensive?
100%. And he's a small lad. He's small, isn't it? He's very small.
Yeah, but he's quite he's very energetic and loves to win the ball. He's not another Romero, but smaller.
Yeah.
Brighton have an eye.
He's another Asua Koto, isn't he?
Brighton have a great eye for wing backs. You look at it, Lamptey and also the Cucurella. That's a great wing back.
Sort of, he can play left mid, left wing back, or left centre back.
I'd rather have him than Lamptey. He gets too many injuries.
Yeah,
he doesn't even play, does he?
When he plays, he's a beast.
Oh yeah, he's good.
But he's been dropped recently. I haven't seen him being played, which is a bit odd.
Yeah, but I think there's better players out there in that position.
I still like Basuma, as I've said, and I think he's got like 12 months left on his contract. No brainer.
You know who I really, really want to sign, and I've been asking for Tottenham to sign him for years. James Ward-Prowse.
Another good player.
I think it'll be expensive.
If we sign him, though,
he could force a move, couldn't he? With Southampton, they look terrible recently.
And he'd be great for set pieces. We need someone to take our set pieces.
Absolutely, we need someone who can score a free kick, who can take a corner. You know what I mean? Who can? Yeah, absolutely, Dan. I totally agree there, matey. But Dan, thanks for coming on, matey. Absolutely. Long time no see, mate.
Yeah,
it's great to see you. And Dan, you've grown up, mate. Seriously, you really are brilliant, mate. Absolutely fantastic, pal. And Dan, tell everyone where they can find you, matey.
Yeah, you guys can find me at my channel, DanTHFC. I'd really appreciate if you check me out. But the most important thing is everybody smash a like in this video. And if you aren't already, subscribe to Premier Hotspur TV.
Nice one, Dan. Dan, you're a legend, pal. Thank you very much for coming on. And
good rest of your day, Dan.
Dan, yes, absolutely fantastic. Dan. Yeah, top man. There's just a couple of comments here, Matty. Do you want to go through, Matt? Where it says if Delhi scores the winner. Captain Cockle, facts and stats.
Is it near the bottom or near the top?
Yeah, it's near the bottom, matey.
Oh, here we go. If Delhi scores the winner, Everton need to sing "We've Got Delhi, Delhi Ali." I don't quite think you understand. He didn't cost nothing, totally free, and he's better than Pepe and Partey. We've got Delhi.
Brilliant. Well done, facts and stats. Fantastic.
Bobby K says
Bobby K.
Bobby K has said top 4. Hell yeah, Dan.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Would Graham Potter be a good fit?
I
for
think he'd
the-
be good. I think he would be
Brilliant,
good.
brilliant fit.
I think he'd be
Great
better than
football.
Southgate, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
but he might need to go to another club first, maybe.
Yeah. He's got years on him, Matt. Isn't it? He's
Yeah.
got years behind him. Yeah, absolutely.
40 million for JWP.
It will be around about Matt, isn't it? Round
Who
about
will
that price.
JWP displace if he signs?
That's. I
Probably
mean,
Højbjerg. Probably Højbjerg.
after tonight's performance, I really was pleased with both of them tonight. They
No,
put
they
a
were
shift
good.
in.
Højbjerg, I know we gave him a lot of stick at the beginning of
Yeah.
the months ago, but
He
he has
put a
dug
shift
in
in
with
tonight.
Bentancur.
And he knew he's got a goal. That was a cracking shot. That was a real cracking shot.
Well, why does he have to displace anyone? Maybe if we played the 3-5-2, he could go into the 10, or he could play like a
Well,
deep lying sort of
But
playmaker
Matt,
role.
this is what the depth we need.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Exactly that
yeah,
depth.
he doesn't have to come in for someone else. We need depth, and that's what Matt said there. That the bench tonight was so poor,
Yeah.
very weak, and you wonder why Conte does take his time bringing on subs. I mean, very late on.
He put Davinson Sanchez on, and I was like, oh no.
Here we go again.
Oh no, not him, left centre back. I was like, fucking hell.
Then,
And then he brought on Winks, and I was like, oh
Jesus
God, they're
Christ.
going to score.
And he first touched him flipping. That was the
Mate, I thought they got that in midfield. I was like, but he did well to win it back, to be fair to him.
But Bergwijn, again, did look a bit lively when he come on. I thought,
He ran at him, didn't he? And he just got tackled by Van Dijk. But
oh my God, do you know what, Matt? I thought, do you know what? It's coming. It's Leicester. It's going to be Leicester over again. He's
no, not again.
Mate, I think my laptop would have flipped, mate, if they fucking scored. Seriously.
I think I would have broken another TV. Insider joke, only Simon and I know that one, but maybe I'll tell you one day. Captain Cockrell said, I'll take Maddison, he's a good player and would help our midfield out.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I think he'd be expensive.
Very expensive again. Very expensive. And is there other players that we can probably get?
Well, overall, I'd rather buy in several positions rather than just, do you know what I mean? One.
Yes, exactly. Well, I just want Conte's players. He wants first. So I mean, Conte's players.
If that means he wants, and I don't want, if he wants someone like, Perisic who's on a free, and then you get loads of Spurs fans who go, we'll just fucking sign a 34-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, it's because it's a player he wants, and he does have weird transfers. I remember when he signed Victor Moses and Ashley Young at Inter.
And that worked. And it did
work, yeah.
So I wouldn't. I won't moan anything about Conte.
I don't know if I'd rather have Tielemans over Maddison, because I think he'll be a bit cheaper.
Tielemans is a top player.
Would be decent, mate.
Top yeah.
Napan said, "Will you bring back Daniel for the Burnley preview?"
Yeah, well, I mean,
is he America or Canada?
America. He's in America.
Okay. It's difficult with timing, isn't it? That's
difficult timings. Yeah. So if we're on and he's around, Dan's brilliant.
Dan is good. Dan's really good for his age, actually, as well. He speaks a lot of sense for someone who's of his age.
He's very well spoken.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's all of them, mate. That's all the comments.
That's all of them, and that's brilliant. So we'll wrap it up. So thanks for everyone who's tuned tonight. A great point in the end.
Yeah.
I would say we can probably.
I think we can go to bed happy, can't we? Whatever happens tomorrow.
We'll probably come off this stream saying, do you know what? We'll be looking back again saying, could have won it. We could. That deflected goal, it could have went anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just happened to go into the bottom corner. And if Pierre tried to score,
how many teams have gone to Anfield and played like we did, and and didn't put a glove on Liverpool? So
I was confident we was going to win. I really do. I just had something there. But you said a draw. You were spot on, Matt. And do you know what? If people said, do you know what? A point, would you take a point before the game? I would have. I said, do you know what? Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
I'll take a point.
Definitely.
Yeah. And let's see what Arsenal can do against Leeds. Because tomorrow, Leeds can do a job for us. And that will be absolutely outstanding, trust me, going into that North London derby.
But, if they don't, we go into that North London, we win. And if we win, we're 1 point behind. And they've got to play Newcastle on that. We're playing first, and then they've got Newcastle away on a Monday night. And if they're going to lose points, it will be somewhere like there. It's not over, but we're guaranteed 5th. So, I mean, it's not terrible, is it? West Ham had their best season ever, and we've ended up ahead of them.
I'm talking about. He's on about. I'm just reading about here, Matt. I'm talking about Turf Moorhouse TV. Dan from Turf Moorhouse. I'll see if he wants to come on. Where's the other about, Matt? I think there's one here from Facts and Stats. Is it? Yeah, I agree with you, lads. In Conte, I trust, and I will back whoever he wants. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So, Matt, great point. We both agree. Good point. Let's get into the Arsenal game and let's see what we can do. Yeah. So, guys, thanks for everyone in the chat. Thanks for everyone who come on tonight. Bobby K, Cole Simpson, Napalm, Dan, and all the rest of you in the chat. Absolutely fantastic.
That's been great, hasn't it? To actually having people to coming on to the video stream link as well. Brilliant. And if you guys ever want to just come on, it's great. Just have your say. It lets you get it off your chest if you're annoyed or if you just need to make a point. It's much better to talk about it than let it sort of fester in you. Definitely.
Absolutely. And there's a one here from Bobby there. Dinner time. Thanks,
what have you got
guys.
for dinner, Bob?
Yeah, what you got for dinner, Bobs? Before we go off, what have we got? I bet you over there. I bet we eat some burgers. I bet you some burgers or something.
What time is it over there?
Yeah. What time was it? What do you reckon it is, man?
Probably about what? It must be the 6 o'clock then in the evening their time, maybe. If it's dinner time.
Yeah.
6, 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Maybe around that. Yeah.
There you go. 7:10. Oh, all right.
Wow. Dinner time? What else is?
I feel like it's going to be pizza. Don't know why.
I think it's going to be burgers.
Come on, Bobby. Tell us.
Go on, Bobs.
I'm on the edge.
Look, before we go out, what have we got? Might have some pasta or something. Might have some rice.
Could be a bit of Conte-esque meal.
Yeah. It could be spag bowl or something. Oh, lasagna.
I'm getting hungry thinking about it.
Oh, I know. What's he put?
I don't know. What that is.
What's it say? Oh, what is that?
I'm gonna search it on my phone and I'll let you know.
Oh, it's a Canadian meal.
Canadian meal.
We'll have to search that up, Bobs. We'll have to search it up.
Looking now. Okay, so it is a dish of French fries and cheese curds topped with a brown gravy.
Oh, that sounds all right.
It's a bit of you, Simon, isn't it? Hold up the north, gravy.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
It is. That's what we have up here. Chips and gravy with cheese, yeah. And pulled pork. That's it. Yeah, that's what we have up here.
Yeah, I love a bit of pulled pork.
Yeah, that's what we have up north here. Fries with cheese and gravy, adding pulled pork. Oh, that sounds beautiful.
I like this comment.
Good old Facts and Stats. Brilliant, that one. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant.
Fries with cheese and gravy, adding pulled pork. Yeah, that does sound quite nice.
That sounds quite nice, man. Yeah.
Good bit of Strand, Simon.
It's too late now. That's too heavy on the stomach.
It is quite late.
I'm gonna be up soon. I'll have that tomorrow. So guys,
context, guys, we've been on here over 2 hours, and Simon's got to get up really early in the morning, so we're definitely committed.
Yeah, I've got to be up. I've got to be up at 5:30. So, right, guys. As I said, once again, thanks for everyone who supported the channel tonight. Absolutely fantastic. me and Matt, we can't do it without you guys. We always have a good, the actual regulars, as we called it, and we're getting some new ones like Bobby Kane now.
Yeah.
It's great. Bobby Kane was brilliant tonight. We'd love to have Bobby Kane on and have him on again. I said Nippon, Dan, and all that, and Cole, just come on a bit, come on a bit more, matey. You'll get used to it. So, as it, guys, we've been Premier Hotspur TV, guys. I've been Simon. This has been Matt, and we will see you. Are we doing a one for the North London derby, Matt?
Oh, hell yes.
Yes, we'll get.
We're going to have to sort out a day, but yeah, we'll sort that out, definitely.
Should we see if we get Kenny Ken on? We haven't had Kenny and Ken on for ages, have we? I'll try. I'll text him. I'll leave him a text now. See if we get Kenny Ken. We do like having Kenny Ken on. He's brilliant. So, guys, me and Matt's going to sort out the preview. We will have a preview for the Arsenal game. Don't know what time yet. We will let you know. So, thanks for everyone to tune in, and we always leave you with this. We love this song. Well, I do. I can't get enough of it. And it was a masterclass performance, I think, from Antonio Conte tonight. He pulled out the strings tonight. So good night, God bless, guys. We'll see you very soon. Antonio Conte. Good night, guys.
Good night,
in Conte we trust.
Yeah.
Keep the
Come
faith.
on, you Spurs. Great
Come on, you
performance
Spurs.
tonight, lads. Get in there.
Come on. Get in there.